And they started with the Intuit Dome. They were sold out, 17,000 plus people. And they had drone shots of the press and the fans and the red carpet. And the fans were popping in on the walk-ins on the screen. And then they went to the cold open. And this was something, I've seen it on Twitter a bunch. What's Cornette going to say about this? Or what do you think about this? This is something that I, in some parts, should have hated, but didn't. Because they didn't come out and expose the business as bad as what Vince has done sometimes in public statements 30 years ago. But it was an inventive and an artistic, even, way of coming out and saying, yeah, we're kind of a work, but we may not be as much of a work as you think we are. But it was the evolution of the wrestling business and how TV changed wrestling. And then TV and wrestling changed the world. And they used the phrase heroes and villains, and that tell a story, the face and the heel. They used that probably for the first time ever, maybe on the show. And the shoot from the work. But they would never say the word fake. When they got to the real from the unreal and showed The Undertaker. And the whole overriding point of it was that they tell stories with their heroes and villains. And every great story, and this is Triple H doing the voiceover, he's the Dana White now of the WWE. He's the fucking fight promoter hype guy that's in charge of the whole thing. But he said every great story has that element of truth. And this TV to streaming, America to the world, the all real, ever fantastic, never to end story of the WWE. Production wise, this was brilliance. And I think writing wise, this was the most respectful way to talk about the business being a work that anybody's ever come up with. It was so good, I couldn't not like it. What'd you think?
I liked it. I'm not a big fan of Triple H as a narrator. I don't think that's his strength. But I think also it was symbolic that he was doing it because he is their Dana White now. And I think that's the way they see it, except when The Rock's around.
And it had to come from him too, because if just a unknown VO guy had done this, said some of these things, a wrestling fan would not have liked it.
This was clearly a video you would never have seen with Vince McMahon around. So it's a clear breakaway from the previous era. I thought they did a great job of filling that video with all sorts of clips and wrestlers. Sometimes I was surprised, oh, look who they included there. Really well done, and I think...
Not one trace, by the way, of Mr. McMahon.
No. But I think when you watch that video, you kind of got pumped up. Kind of made you proud to be a wrestling fan. You know what I mean? It was a really well done, yeah, we're here and we've impacted culture. And look at the old footage we got.
Well, and as a matter of fact, people were saying, well, it's like my childhood flashed before my eyes. They went back to, who was the clip of the pioneers from the 20s or 30s? It was not long enough when I'm not good with the operating the streaming television. But it was like they went back to the Toots Mondt era and the black and white stuff. And it was just, this was a brilliant piece of work. Television. You could see this on a football broadcast or the NBA or whatever, that type of treatment of a sport. So Lee Fitting, boy, he knows his shit, I'll tell you that. And they have all kinds of money to spend now, too.
As long as he keeps it in his pants, I think he'll do a good job.
What, the money?
No, not the money. The other thing.
The trouser trout.
You know what? This was a really well done video, and also they released it in advance of Raw. which was an interesting move, and it gave everyone a chance to see this and get pumped up. And then on Raw, they showed you a good portion of it as it played in the arena, and there was no giant screen. It was almost as if the ring was curtained off on all four sides, and it was projected onto it. So I'm glad I saw the video earlier, so I got to see it, in HD.
Yeah, because that's the effect of broadcasting it on that screen to the temporary screens, the sheets, more or less, to the crowd. The shot of them doing that was impressive in itself. It was like, wow, this is fucking great. But for the people watching that, it did dilute the detail and the technological brilliance of the thing.